What's that?
Those are the tips I got from your abductor.
I don't want it.
I just want you to know that I'm not gonna keep it.
Why did it take y'all so long to find me? I was right up the street.
We was worried sick about you, Keisha.
So what?
It wasn't our fault.
Well, whose fault is it?
Almost got killed trying to find you.
Kevin, now that's enough.
Nah, fuck that. I'm always lying for you. I lie to protect you. If you wasn't out here trying to be grown and shit, this wouldn't have happened.
So this is my fault?
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
Go to your room right now.
Why?
Because I said so, that's
So
why.
when are you gonna tell her that you packed up her room? Man, fuck this shit.
Kevin, your sister's been through a lot.
Well, I just want things to go back normal again.
Okay, well, that might take some time.
We just gonna have to be patient with one another.
My fucking patience is wearing thin.
Keisha,
No.
you think burning your clothes gonna make you feel better?
Maybe I wouldn't have got kidnapped if I wasn't wearing this shit.
None of this is your fault. I'm sorry I wasn't there to save you.
It's okay, Ma. I learned how to save myself.
This clip pissed me the fuck off. Okay? Now you gonna lie. It's from a show called The Shy. And it's one of probably 2 reaction videos I'll do on the subject matter. This show was created by, I think, Lena Waithe. She's an alternative community, personality, producer, actress. They were trying to shove her down her throat years ago. The height of her, besides this show, the height of her career currently was being in that Ready Player One, the Spielberg movie and shit. Alright? So, you watch this clip, right? And, I guess it's supposed to be some kind of weird-ass indoctrination or some kind of indictment of the black community and shit. It doesn't represent true reality and shit. Like real life. Down the street from where I used to live in Chicago, there was a lesbian couple raising children. And they had I don't know if it's an uncle or family friend, he was gay and he had boobs and shit. He actually had tits. Big ass motherfucker, looked like Keith from Good Times. Nobody tripped out on that, really. Okay, we didn't trip out on the block as far as I know. And I hate this whole shoving the alternative community down our throats and shit. The black community, okay, as a whole, we've always accepted the alternative gay community and shit, okay? And I'm gonna give Miss Waithe her flowers, whether she wants them or not, shit. Because, this presents us with a teachable moment and shit. You see that this guy, this young prince, they're trying to turn into a male, okay? They're trying to turn him into a male. They're trying to turn him into a person with no voice. And when he spoke truth, he was not lying, okay? All right, he was not lying. The girl was this promiscuous girl, not an indictment, was out in the streets and she was reckless and she got caught up in shit. And she was lucky to be alive later on and shit. She ended up killing her kidnapper. Okay, and I think she was impregnated by this guy. This guy was he wanted some home action and shit. Some crazy guy, some nutty guy that. Even those guys, they endorse more than normal people in our neighborhood and shit. That's why our community's all fucked up, supposed black community. All right, they normalize all this malfeasant behavior and shit, and assign and reward people that do the wrong things and shit. People that do the right things are lames and all that bullshit. This is not a pissing contest, okay? This is a teachable moment because you saw that the 2 women were unable to instill order in their own home, and instead of directing it at a person that's causing the most trouble, they attacked the most stable person in the fucking house, who had nearly lost his life looking for his sister, who was kidnapped because she was out on them streets. Okay? She was out on the motherfucking streets. And, if I had written this clip, if I had directed this episode, when she got up in his face and said, you're talking like this is my fault, I'm like, it is your fucking fault. Soon as she would have been started blabbing or flapping her gums, he should have clipped her ass. Man, she should have called a stiff one to the chin and been knocked in her seat and shit. And he should have walked out the room. And then when they ran up to the door and opened the door, he should have been packing his shit. Say, hey, I'm going over to the police station and I'm gonna let them know that CPS need to come over here. All right? That was shitty, but it's truth to power. Should I live this reality? Being the supposed quote-unquote man of the house, that is a ceremonial position of even that and shit. All you guys out there came from a single parent household, you heard that bullshit about how you're the man of the house. That's only in regards to manual labor and emotional toil and turmoil and torment, excuse me. It's only the man of the house does not exist. Okay? There's no order without a man in the house. There's no fucking order there. Okay? That's why they be patting themselves on the back and shit when the kids go to college and all this other shit. Oh, he the made it and shit. Not just the mother and the daddy and shit. You were the mother and the daddy because you made that choice. Right? You made a number of choices and shit that left you as a sole parent. Alright? You know, the other person carries the blame for the rest of his life. And shame. The only shame in the black community is against straight black men and shit that's trying to make something of themselves. Right? Struggle niggas that's trying to make something of themselves. You can't do it in this community and shit. It's insolvent. It's a mess. It's a social experiment that's reached its natural conclusion and shit. Or, you know, that some outsiders would posit that their natural conclusion would be our extinction. Alright? Maybe I'm going a little hard in the paint on for a TV show clip, but you know, you saw them double down on him and threaten him. You know, visually present a visual threat to him because he was telling this girl the truth about herself, that she made shitty decisions, and that's why she ended up chained up in the basement like some shit out of Salt, getting her cheeks clapped. You know, she got fucked royally. Okay, the guy that kidnapped her was a fruity older dude, like in 40s or something. He was knocking the back of her shit out. The reason she got busted out there is because she was out there sneaking around. She coerced the same guy she's talking shit to, who almost lost his life. She coerced him into covering for her when she was out on the streets, running them streets. And he was pissed off because he almost lost his life several times. And he even almost initiated a gang war by insinuating that she was in a house that she wasn't. So yeah, he was pissed off and shit, rightfully so. And his two the mama and the mama daddy, they don't know what the fuck's going on in their own house. They have no fucking control. Right? Even when that chick, the female, decided to burn her hoard clothes, her 304 ensemble in the bathtub. That's some shit where she had to leave the house. We got other kids in this motherfucking house. They don't care about anything but that one fucking female because she's following them their footsteps to fucking her life up. Right? Fucking her life up. This show is a piece of shit and garbage. Okay? Alright, sorry, you know, I ain't shitting on somebody. Oh, girl, she can love her show. The people that love it can love it and shit, but does it represent you? Alright, does it represent us all as a whole? How come we never see normal black people as always some criminal-minded shit or some kind of sexually malfeasant bullshit? I'm open-minded. I'm not a prude or a hardline conservative and shit. I'm right in the middle of the road. Okay? I'm not presenting myself as a paragon of virtue and wagging a finger at you and shit. I'm simply asking you to use common sense. Alright? That's why, you know, why I posted this clip, and that's why it's a teachable moment and shit. Because, you know, I'm getting tired of the disrespect to the men in our community, the straight men and shit. You know, some of these shady dudes too, you know, but none of these criminals and these malfeasant, sexually malfeasant people that they endorse. They want to have shitty lives. Right? They want to do that shit. They are incapable of pair bonding. And this is why you have these fucked up, narcissistic home environments that are detrimental to the development, the proper development of young minds, the proper development of future generations. They destroy their families every time they open their fucking legs. And then they blame shift. Alright? And social experiments got to come to an end and shit. And the only one apparently that can do it is us and shit. By being sexually responsible and shit. Okay? This was a film clip from a show called The Shy. You know? And I'll be doing another review and shit, but, you know, I just say, hey, you know, if any young men are out there in this kind of situation where you're the quote unquote man of the house is a thankless job and shit. It's the garbage man of the black community, spiritually speaking and shit. Okay? If you're the man of the fucking house, man, go mute. Okay? Go mute until you're able to get out of there. Okay? You're behind enemy lines and shit. And what you gotta do is wait it out until you age out of the system and then bounce up out of that bitch and shit at the first opportunity. Don't look back. Don't look back. Keep going. Okay? We have to fix our community by rebuilding it somewhere else or just out of their influence and shit. Okay? And I'm done here with this one and shit. Wait for the next video. Alright? I love you guys. Man, I love you so much. I love my kings and you young princes and everything. Y'all incredible. Okay, you're the greatest people. All right, don't let nobody take nothing away from you. Just consider when they insulting your ass every day and telling you a dusty, you ain't shit. Hey, how is she looking at you? Is she looking at you dead on, or is she looking up at you? And that being said, oh fuck this character, by the way. She got what she deserved. She deserved everything that happened to her. Okay, popular or unpopular. Now, that being said, keep your head on a swivel, protect your bag, and above all else, you look at this goddamn fictional clip. Huh? You look at it. Alright? You play as many times as you fucking need to get my point across. See where I'm coming from, using common sense and not wagging my finger and talking to you in a disparaging tone, not tone policing. But that last fucking rule is so goddamn important and shit. Do not make fallen women or mama daddies the stewards of your family. Alright? Do not make fallen women the mothers of your children, because your children are your future. They are your legacy, okay? I mean this shit, okay? Please save yourself, black man, and shit, okay? Don't preach to the Most High.
The Black Patriarchy. A non-existent group of fictional black male power brokers not discredited, erroneously jailed or outright killed by the minority majority who look the other way as they work tirelessly to shame, oppress, and outright take out the altruistic black female populace of the honorable democratic United States of America. 3K's inset bitches. These evil wealthy members of the black patriarchy are the sole reason for all the ills of the black community, walking, talking, holding down jobs, and doing everything up to and including giving their very lives in service to their baby mamas and baby's motherfucking kids. Their motto that strikes fear into the hearts of black women everywhere: bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.